So much going on here. We got people showing up, surprise guests and whatnot. Malki Kawa, manager to the Stars, was calling us out on Twitter saying that he wanted to give the real side of the story, what happened between Lewis-Parry and Jon Jones. So we have a few minutes here to spare. I believe he's joining us via the Skype machine. Oh, and he just cut out. I mean, we give the guy the opportunity. We give him the ball to run with it, and he is nowhere to be found. We could call him on the phone or whatnot. We also have a bit of breaking news here. Matt Mitrione is in the studio, which is somewhat funny because he did his thing with Malki on national TV back, I believe, UFC 119, if my memory serves me correct. So Matt is actually going to join us to close out the show in a bit, which is nice since he was a big part of our show back in the day, and he's never actually been in studio. So we'll have him on. A lot of interesting things going on in his life. You may have heard last week that he filed that appeal, the grievance in Massachusetts towards Travis Brown, and really the refereeing question, Gary Foreman, about what happened in that Travis Brown fight back in January. Do we have Malki? Let's just do phone. We have no time to waste here. If we could do the audio, I'm fine with that. Malki, are you there? Just get him on the phone. Don't have time for his shenanigans coming in. Okay, we're going to call him right now. Just want to get his side because we do like to get both sides of the story. Lewis-Parry telling us about a little kerfuffle, as my man Simon Head likes to say. And it's, it's always fair to get both sides, especially when we're going into sordid details. Our friend Jeremy Botter tweeted out an eyewitness video of said kerfuffle in the parking lot. If you want to check that out, he tweeted it out not too long ago at Jeremy Botter on Twitter. Now Malki is on the phone. Is he there? Malki, are you there?
I'm here, brother. How you doing?
So you try to wedge your way into the show, and then you're nowhere to be found. Technical difficulties galore.
No, dude, I don't know what's going on with me. See, I'm in my office, and it's kind of like a concrete cave back here. So I don't know if my internet is slow or why my
I've told you time and again, you got to go past the AOL dial-up. I've told you this time and again. Okay, no time to waste, though.
I don't understand anything past AOL dial-up. That's the problem, man.
we have a very limited amount of time because this is somewhat of a surprise appearance here. But tell me, you said you wanted to give your side of the story. What happened between Chai and Team Jones?
Let's go back to how this whole thing started.
Okay.
We get to the face-off thing. It's me, Bones, and Denise White, John's publicist. Cormier is there with this Shy Perry dude, Bob Cook, and his boxing coach, the other guy. I'm not sure what his name is. And they're all, they're all there. So they go at it. John and DC are in there talking trash. Everything's cool. No one's saying nothing to nobody outside of that. We go outside getting ready to get in our cars, both groups, right? DC said something to John. John told him, DC, outside of anything we have to do together, don't talk to me. Just keep it professional. DC started mouthing off. So that mouthing off led John to then begin mouthing off to the whole crew because then they all started getting into it with John. That's how the whole thing went down. John's not disgusting. He's not a bad guy. He's none of the stuff that this guy was saying. This dude obviously is looking to get some sort of notoriety off of John and Cormier, so I'm going to give it to him for a little bit. But that's about it. It wasn't anything like that. And then, he's sitting there saying that, John was mouthing off and the security guards were there and he was telling them, the same thing he was saying about John is the same thing he could have done. There was two security guards there. In between both of them, they were yards apart. And John told them, hey, Tiny, get in the car, something to that effect. And he turned around and started mouthing back to John. And John mouthed back, and he stood right where he was at. That was the end of that story. John didn't call his brothers to come for nothing. They were supposed to come with us for that in the first place, but they missed it. So they show up to the press conference. They were coming to support John and be there with him and all that stuff. And then they show up there. And so when obviously we told them the story, and, John was cool with it. He just thought the whole thing was just kind of standard. This is just standard DC stuff. I mean, we had this, an altercation with DC in the last fight. I mean, it just is how it goes. And when Arthur saw that it was this guy, and this guy, basically was, trying his brother, Arthur jumped in his chest and told the guy straight up, don't ever, he came up to Arthur, trying to give Arthur, a 5 or something like that. And Arthur said, man, listen, get away from me. You don't got to touch me or say what's up to me after you tried my brother. You know what I mean? And that's what happened there. So, I mean, this guy's trying to paint the story of, like John's the bad guy or the one that was starting these problems, and it really wasn't the case at all.
All right. Well, it's good to get both sides. Congratulate, like I said to John, got a great reaction, so it's good to be back, right?
It's great to be back. We're excited. We can't wait for this event, April 23rd. I think it's going to be a great fight. And, we're excited as can be as a group. We just can't wait for this thing to go down.
By the way,
but Ariel, listen, whenever you get these guys on the phone, and they start talking trash about Bones, bro, you got to call us and get the other side of the story.
Well, that's what we did.
You can't let these guys just talk.
That's what we did.
Didn't. I had to call you. See what I'm saying?
No, we had to call you. This is.
You know what I mean?
This is. Look, we're here. Let's not live in the past. We got one side. Now we're getting the other side. This is live radio at its finest.
Is it radio or is it something else? So how's this radio?
It's kind of everything. I mean, we're really a jack of all trades here, revolutionizing the game one show at a time. Hey, quick thing, Yoel Romero. Any update?
I should hopefully have something for him this week. I mean, we're expecting to get some of the stuff done by the end of this week. To be honest with you, it really is coming down to it. We're in talks with USADA. They're working on the suspension. We've already, gotten a proposed, I want to call it punishment, I guess. And we're just going, through it with them, and we're having really healthy talks with USADA right now. So I'm excited about that, and I'm really hoping to get something done. I want to say by the end of this week, but hopefully in the next 2 days or so.
All right. I look forward to that. Thank you, Malki. Sorry we don't have a lot of time, but
it's all good.
Happy to squeeze you in, and I appreciate you coming on to give us your side.
No, I appreciate you. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, there he is, Malki Kawa, manager to the Stars, of course, manager to one. Johnny Bones Jones.